Hey, internet.
Hey,
We're
welcome
talking
to
about
Saturday
Portal.
Night D&D. Back to the Lost and
wish I had
Found
a
after a
portal
month.
gun.
I mean, sometimes it's lost.
Never found.
Yeah, we're working on the found part. You can throw all your hate comments at the DM. He's had a bit of weird timing for vacations and work shit. So, but we're back.
And while
Hey,
you do the
Bradley.
recap, AFK just a second.
Oh no, you can't run AFK. I was about to ask you to recap.
No, you have to ask someone else because I've slept since then.
All
And I
right,
don't remember.
It's been a month,
Not it.
dude.
Nose
Nick.
goes.
Nick, give us the worst recap you can come up with.
All right, you know what?
I've-
I can do this.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
so we're a bunch of chums on a flying ship. We're avoiding the Skyrits, except we didn't avoid all of them. Some Skyrits found us. I'm calling them Skyrits. Don't care what they were. And we fought them. They died like little bitches.
I'm reducing your AC every time you say Skyrits, by the way.
Skyrit.
Oh, Will.
He's dead.
I was genuinely hoping the whole group would start saying Skyrits.
Wait, I only said Skyrits like 5 times. So why is my AC
Go
negative
ahead.
50?
Go ahead.
Anyways, so we fought and killed. I teleported and almost died, and we spent like an hour and a half of real time. Everybody trying to figure out how to save my dumbass. And maybe it was only an hour. I might be being overly generous on that number.
I mean, our combat time is pretty elongated.
Yeah, but like real time though, it was like almost an hour that we were trying to save my dumbass. So thank you guys for putting up with that. And then I think we slept. Some of us slept. Others did not sleep very well, at the very least. Some dudes showed up and they were fucking dicks. Like they fucking came on the ship and they wanted to steal or they wanted to kill. I actually don't know what they wanted. I was one of the sleepers. And I woke up, I chose violence because I did not get my beauty sleep. And everybody wanted to stop me from choosing violence. So I guess this drow's still alive, but he's not going to be alive for long if I have anything to say about it. We're the good guys, by the way. We're
Definitely.
we're super good guys. Like, you know, you wouldn't just murder someone for no reason. Like, you know, not letting somebody get all their beauty sleep.
Oh no, double clicking a combat token doesn't open up the map anymore.
Oh no.
Doesn't it?
No, I'm like clicking on
Oh,
y'all's
if you-
faces.
Yeah, no, click on you got to click on that little face thing and it brings up like your picture and token and you got to click that
Yeah.
little crosshair button.
Yeah, there's
that
crosshair
shows
in
up.
there.
Oh.
Yeah, you see
okay.
between token flat and
Nice.
token camera. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyways, there's a drow warrior in here. Total bitch, by the way. Oh, and we have Derek. Oh man, I forgot about Derek. What were we gonna do with Derek? Are we throwing him off the boat to fall endlessly until he starves to death?
I don't think that had been discussed yet.
Yeah, we
Can
haven't
we do that?
made a decision on that.
All right. To be determined.
So just for the rest of the context, y'all had finished the
pretty bad,
combat
right?
on top of the ship, fended off the attacking party, and then most of you decided to get some night's rest. And I believe Blaskin was the first one to be wandering around. Discovered that there was some noises coming from the cargo hold at the fore of the ship, and he came upon a knocked out guard, and the doors slightly ajar. And when he came into the cargo hold, our Derek person was busy trying to break into one of these nailed shut kind of cargo boxes, and then upon being caught, pulled a ripcord on this like scroll looking thing, and that's where all of the aforementioned assholes showed up from.
Yeah, so he definitely deserves to be thrown to oblivion.
He's it's looking kind of beat up. The drow that you've got now, somebody remind me, I believe you either cast tongues or friends or some kind of
I had a charm. I have an item.
yes.
Yeah, somebody's
Eyes
charming
of
him.
Charming. It was like the only magic item that had any use for me. So I was like, I may as well just get that. I've got tons of money.
Oh, that's right. I think Kate and I, or Gumbo and I both speak Undercommon. And I think
Oh, that's right.
we're,
It's the lenses on your face.
Yep.
Right.
I have just big old heart eyes,
that's pretty good.
just
That's
directly
beautiful.
on my eyes. And I can't believe that succeeded. To be honest, it's only like a DC 13. What did that? He must have rolled really. I think we made a joke about it that he rolled like a 2.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, that save was pretty low, but the dice told the story, man. He was feeling it.
But yep, that's what's happening right now, and everybody's trying to convince Blaskin that it's okay to kill him, which might be possible.
I am not trying to tell you to kill him.
You're not helping.
Yeah, so over the course of combat, everyone else heard the ruckus and made their way into the cargo hold. Towards the end, the captain, the tabaxi Bast, had showed up with Poe in the lead, her first mate, who was busy moving some kind of cucumber slices and like a towel from his eyes. Guess he was getting some beauty sleep. Requested that Will please remove himself from the ceiling to continue discussions, and otherwise was just trying to figure out what was going on, because he identified that Derek was in fact one of their ship hands, and the drow themselves was a bit more of a problem.
Did I already remove myself from the ceiling?
No, we had that was I was checking the tail end of the last recording, and that was one of the last things he said to you, and then somebody asked a question, and I think that was our cutoff time. So it was next time on, and that was a month ago.
Poe
That's
is Poe's pretty cool. Let's see if I listen to Poe. I will begrudgingly. I'm gonna have a tantrum about it. I'm gonna stomp my way across the ceiling to the furthest wall, and then I will
all the
walk
way up
down
here.
it. Yep, and then I will walk down it, stomping the entire time.
You sound like all my coworkers. Oh, I gotta do my job. Ugh.
And my arms are crossed, and I'm glaring. But I probably don't look that intimidating. I actually probably look like I'm still half asleep.
Fair enough. So yeah, you've got the captain coming in with the first officer, just kind of asking what the hell's going on in general. Derek's kind of beat up. He's kind of slumped against the side of that box there, which shows some significant damage from the crowbar he was initially using to break into it. So some of the paneling is broken away, and then you've got the charmed drow. Did somebody restrain them or hold them down? Okay.
Yeah, the Entangle got like 3 people, and they never broke out of it, because Entangle is one of the best level 1 spells in the game.
In that case, I'll walk up and I'll actually tie up the drow. So if the Entangle does fade, he's still tied up.
Blaskin, does Entangle know about friend versus foe?
No.
Oh, but it's cast at one point. It's not going to continually entangle. Okay, never mind.
I think it just becomes difficult terrain, but I'm pretty sure Will can walk through the vines just fine for 1 second, longer than normal.
Yeah, but okay. I was just gonna see if there was a role for him to accidentally get bound, but that's right. It's a one-time thing, and then people have to break free from it.
I'll tie him up real good.
A little bit of chafing.
Oh yeah, lots of chafing.
Oof.
Lots of chafing.
Oh yeah, this is not.
Let me use my extra ragged hemp rope.
Exactly. This is my hemp rope that has razor blades woven into it. This is my Slaneshi.
How does it not cut the rope?
This is my Slaneshi rope.
That's my problem with what you said, Nick. How does it not cut the rope?
It's woven in. It's a part of the rope.
It's
like
a tearaway rope.
He's like a Peaky Blinder. He's just got it woven in there.
The rope is woven around the blade.
Of course.
That's not going to last very long. Anyway.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, that was my problem with it.
Oh, hold on. I forgot poop.
I'm in a Video Ninja, by the way.
I know,
Right.
and I've got you on the stream. You just got to. I didn't update
I-
the second source. Hang on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I already switched.
I
to
say
tech
you are.
mode.
It's a. You're on that one.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitch though.
Yeah, you are. I
There
just
we
got to. I switched scenes. I didn't update the second scene. Give me a second.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Okay, let's see if I got this the right volume.
Because you were never put in on the second one. That's why.
Wait,
I also have something called a dark black mushroom with egg-shaped bulb. Do I have notes on that?
that's in one of your little cloches. You've got those little like glass enclosures.
Yeah, I just don't remember getting the dark black mushroom.
You pulled that from Thrakos Vaspia when you guys fought the big undead thing.
No, that's the extremely dark mold that I have in a completely different one.
Oh, no, you got that one in the Outlands.
I have so many different fucking plants.
Don't
I
stop
need to-
collecting plants.
I'm a dumbass druid, okay? I'm gonna call the dark black mushroom. I'm gonna call it evil boss mold. And the other one, where did we get that?
No,
The extremely dark mold.
the mold you got from Thrakos Vaspia
God
when
damn
you
it.
guys fought the massive bone collection.
I'm gonna do something evil with that one day.
The mushroom you guys got from the Outlands.
And that's just like an Outlands mushroom, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I said it out
When you
loud
say
and-
just, I mean,
I know that's what I was thinking too. It's like that's just a weird looking mushroom, right? All right, I have evil boss mold and Outlands mushroom. Okay, good.
nice. I'm
I
glad
just had
we're all catching
two-
up here.
I had 2 funguses in my inventory that look ominous.
Turns out one is just like basically pepper.
That'd be great.
So we've come to the end of combat from last session. Poe is demanding to know what's going on in general. People were arguing to kill the drow, and the captain was just kind of standing back, taking it all in and listening because her first officer's asking a lot of the questions. So, what are you guys doing?
When we last left off, Gumbo and Will were essentially trying to convince Blaskin that it's okay to kill this drow. At least that's kind of what I was picking up.
It is. It's totally.
Were you trying to talk there, Nick?
Maybe.
From
but
far
it
away.
is. It's totally fine. Just just don't think of it as the end of life. Think of it as the beginning of new life.
That makes absolutely zero sense.
No, it does. Just think about it.
Nope, you're just an idiot.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna make a grandfather Nurgle joke, so I'll just stop there.
Can we at least just throw him in the brig and save it for later? We'll see what happens when the charm wears off.
I mean, it seems like this would be a captain's decision kind of thing.
Wait, you said he's under charm?
For like, checks watch, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it turns out this one, I point at the drow, has a thing for robots with hard eyes.
Have they explained where they came from, why they're here?
Not yet.
Can you ask before the charm wears off?
Hey man, what are you here for?
So not counting time right now. What's the specifics on the charm? Is it just they treat you as a friend?
Oh, it's the charm person spell.
Oh, okay. I can
I
pull
get
that up
3
then.
charges a day, which is like I'm never gonna use 3 charges of charm person in a day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break those lenses.
Never say
Uh,
never.
I
Regards you as a
arm
friendly
Gumbo and
acquaintance.
Will as well, so they don't kill him.
Yeah, say it's not a you're under my power type thing.
Yeah,
You just-
it's not command or
Yeah.
dominate, but they treat you as a. Okay,
It's him, not the rest of us.
right. So sorry, Blaskin, what did you ask the drow while they're bound there?
Yeah. What are you attempting to do here, man? I'm trying to keep you alive, just so you know.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank God I have advantage. Because I'm typically pretty bad at that. 12? Oh, I roll.
You just added them together.
How
Wait,
did I
no.
do that?
Yeah, you rolled 2d20.
Oh,
No, just-
I didn't click the advantage button. I just
Yeah,
rolled
there you go.
Okay. I got a 12. Because I have a -1.
Okay. He kind of is struggling with the really rough rope that somehow has razor blades tied into it, and wincing. He looks up and kind of regards your question a bit quizzically. But the cell told us this was a good opportunity to acquire a ship and cause some chaos in the general plans.
Plans of whose plans?
I mean the plans. You know the plans, friend.
I look at the rest of the group. Oh, I have no facial expressions. Fuck me.
So, yeah, so you just turn and look at us.
Yeah.
Do you say that?
I turn, looking and say, I have no facial expressions. I guess I'll shrug my shoulders and be like, I don't know what plans he's talking about.
I still find that comical. You should use that all the time. You express what you think you're expressing, but then we just see you looking at us.
That's perfect.
It's
I
like
don't know
in
what plans he's talking about. I look at the captain and the first mate. You all know what plans he's
They're
talking
both
about?
just. I've never seen the man.
Ask him whose
Well, he said-
plans. Who made the
said
plans?
He said chaos. Maybe ask what kind of chaos. Maybe that'll shed some light.
Under his breath, he's just muttering, which you can understand, Blaskin. He's just, this stupid human stink behind me is unsettling.
He's been on a ship for a while. He can't always have a shower. It's all right.
How did he weave razor blades into a rope? It doesn't make any sense.
I
Very
say
carefully.
I say without having a nose, so I can't know what he smells like.
Yeah,
You also know that your spell is quickly reaching its limits.
I have a potential suggestion that I could maybe make. If we need more information.
Can we punch him? Would that encourage him to speak more?
Well, I mean, we could if my thing fails, but I really think we should try my thing first.
All
Okay.
right, Gumbo, go ahead.
Okay, great. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay.
Need you to make one of these. That's a pass. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that didn't work.
Well, it depends on what the suggestion is. He may want to go along with it anyway, but you wouldn't know that it was you making him. He just wanted to.
up to you. You guys are running low on time here as far as charm is
guys.
working.
We probably have like one question left. What should I ask him?
Where do we find his boss? Maybe that will we can find out.
Yeah. Who's his boss?
Who's your boss, man? I'm trying to help you here. That's the truth. I'm trying to help you here.
Fair.
Oh.
Go ahead. Since you've got the charm going, but this spell has made him think that you're a friend. The fact that you're asking questions that seem very like anybody in his close circle would know some of this shit. I'm gonna need one more persuasion check from you. You can still roll at advantage.
Yikes. That's a 3, bud.
A pair of 4s.
Damn, dude, double 4s.
And I got no portent to help you, bro.
Not very convincing. That's why I have to have the eyes.
He just he's got like a worried look on his face, honestly, just because like you're his buddy. Like you guys have a rapport, and suddenly you sound like, I don't know, you hit your head or you're really drunk, or like how the hell do you forget something like that? I don't know why you ask this question. We come from the same place. Back in Sigil.
I
Now
have
you got me confused, and then like you kind of see his eyes like roll back in his head for a second, and then he shakes his face out and starts like looking around a bit more crazed. Stupid magical filth.
I have a suggestion. I still got some mini fruits. Maybe we just feed one to him and see what happens. Or threaten to feed one to... Aren't there really bad effects? Is it mostly bad?
And really, like, they're all over the place, man. I don't know if you... I am just an observer. You tell me what you're doing.
Can we okay, maybe not a mini fruit, because we don't want him to get a good effect. What's the worst thing we have on this ship? Can we feed that to him or threaten to feed it to him?
Extremely dark mold that we got from killing an undead boss.
Yeah.
We're not gonna feed that to him though.
But we can threaten it. Listen. He doesn't have to know that we're not gonna feed it to him.
I mean, okay. I'll light up that lantern and hand it to Will.
Wait, hang on. He speaks common, doesn't he? Or he understands common, doesn't he?
He's been communicating in hold on. It was Blaskin, you guys shared a language. 1 second. Abilities. Blaskin, you only speak common?
Yeah.
That's so like unexpected. Usually everybody's got something.
I'm dismany.
The okay, I think I fudged that just because you had the charm spell up, and maybe he was bending it a little bit. But he's going to, when the charm is over, he is kind of just swearing around himself. Does anybody speak Undercommon?
Gumbo does.
Me and Gumbo.
Then Gumbo, you recognize the cant that he is now using, and he's basically just calling everybody like the worst, awful from the bats on the top of the ceiling of the cave or whatever.
I would like to insult him in Undercommon, if I may.
Go for it.
I think you did that last time.
I did, but he was also charmed last time. Now he's not. How about if you're not going to share any information that would encourage us to keep you alive, How about instead you just shut the fuck up, friend?
One second. What was the DC for Entangle?
Ooh, do you want me to just make him throw a save at it?
No, I mean, I already rolled a save. I just wanted to know what the target was. Or is your spell DC 17?
It'll be spell save.
Yeah.
Always forget every time we find that.
I think if you go to the spell, it should.
Yeah, it should be in the spell details.
Oh,
Let's see.
we got Entangle up. I don't see.
You see where it says save?
Yeah,
Well-
strength DC 17.
Oh, I've actually got the details thing up. My bad.
Oh no, you're good.
Like the shield button. Yeah, strength DC 17.
Okay.
My entangle is really good.
Yeah, it is. My ensnaring strike is only a 13. Jeez.
So wow, he basically with his modifier he rolled a 16. So after you insult him, you just see like the behind him the like shoulder and arm muscles bulge for a second, and you hear a bit of like a tear in the rope and the vine, but it's not enough. He like flips his head backward as he's breaking or trying to break the bonds to like headbutt you, and gets cut short a bit and just kind of snarls in your general direction.
Oh sure, and now you're gonna act like a child. Throw a little tantrum, why don't you? Oh, look at me, the big bad drow. I got caught. What did you call us? By a bunch of filthy, stinky humans. In fact, only one of us.
Yeah, there's one.
Well, only one of us is human. By the way, I'm only half human. So you're not even right on that. You're only half right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of us. You are less than 12% right.
You are the one with the stink. And your elven heritage is minimal at best.
There we got you good, Will. Okay, as fun as this is, I think we should maybe figure out what we're gonna do with it. Captain, thoughts?
Bast will walk up a bit, just kind of taking stock of the scene. I'm more concerned with the fact that our nice strapping deckhand seemed to have an issue with the ship that now he decided, and they're not showing on the map, but there's like 4 other bodies in the room. He decided to invite some new guests. As for your little captive there, I don't honestly give 2 shits if you want to throw him over the side or whatever. Just there's nothing good going to come from that one being around. And Derek, I'm disappointed. He's not like
Just
he hasn't been.
disappointed.
He hasn't been
Worst
saying
insult.
anything. He's just like beaten,
Yes.
got his head down, and like he looks pretty ragged. Like he looked ragged when you came in, Blaskin. Like he's not been having a good time.
Shit, roll for emotional damage.
Yeah, 2d20 psychic damage. Y'all are here on defense. You dispense justice as you see fit with this one. They are not welcome on this ship.
Not even in the brig.
Well, Mr. Blaskin, what exactly would we gain by holding this specimen in the brig, because that's about where I intend to put Derek here, and if they sit next to each other, I'm pretty sure one of them's going to be dead.
I don't have a good answer for you.
Well, here, Captain, if I may, where is the nearest place that we could perhaps drop him off if we were to keep him alive?
Well, we're almost at our
Hand him over to
destination.
custody.
We're within... Well, I'd have to go above deck and double check, but pretty sure we're within, a night's travel of Ampharos itself, where we're destined to bring all this cargo in the first place.
Do they have some place that we can leave him? Proper authorities.
Oh, they've got authorities. They're probably not going to give two shits about, who he is and where it came from, if it doesn't pertain to their city specifically. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty focused on themselves.
Okay, so they would not let us lock him up, and hand him over, and they would lock him up.
They'd want to know what was in it for them.
Oh,
It's a trade city. The Pashas there, they've got money on the mind.
I'll
I'll
go ahead. No, you finish. I was going to ask the Drow another question.
I think you'd be hard pressed to convince any town, city, wherever you are, that they should take on your prisoner. That's one more headache than anybody wants.
Well, you've encountered this kind of thing before, right? So what's the common procedure?
Honey, we wash the deck of them. You storm my ship? No, we're leaving you in the dust.
I can understand that. Kind of get what you pay for kind of thing.
We got a job to do. We take care of our own.
We were hired to do a job. We do what the captain says.
Let me ask him one more question then. See if he's any more forthcoming in answers. And I'll speak to him in Undercommon. All right, you're going to get a one-time deal. Take it or leave it. Tell us everything you know. And we will not throw you off the ship to die in oblivion. Or choose to die in oblivion. Your call.
Are you just standing behind him like he can't possibly turn around and look at you?
I'll kind of lean. I'll step to the side and I'll kind of lean over so he can see me out of the corner of his eye.
Okay.
Or he can turn his head to look at me.
Ooh.
I am staying behind him though.
Okay. No, that's fine. That wasn't an attack or anything. I was just checking something. Let's see.
Flint, Wyvosh, do you guys have an opinion on this?
Do him the common courtesy and just kill him.
Like I said, we were hired to do a job. The captain says we kill him and throw him overboard. We kill him and throw him overboard.
Ooh, that's a good point. Okay,
Pretty
there's
sure
a third
throwing
option.
him off the ship while he's alive is probably his worst fate.
Yeah, here.
So,
I wouldn't really be comfortable with just throwing him over. I don't really want to kill him, but that's probably worse.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
Will, you're kind of right up in his face a little bit. So you perceive just like a little bit of extra mouth movement, like he's searching for something with his tongue. And then there's this really quick like pop sound and a crunch. And he just
good.
spits back in your face. Just sorry, not like it's an attack now. Verbally spits back in your face. I hope the five find and gut all of you. And then his mouth starts to foam, and his body convulses, and he just kind of collapses over to the side, apparently suffering from some kind of poison.
Yeah, I was waiting for a healer type to be like, I cure poison.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hey Flint, you wanna maybe do something about that? It's poison.
Kind of robs the
hold on,
drama,
let
but it's funny.
Let me. That
I mean,
would be...
Yeah, we could maybe heal him and ask him more questions. He just
Now
said
we have
the
to speak
5.
with Dad.
Actually,
That'll
Speak with Dead would probably be better than reviving him and asking questions.
But then we could still kill him after, and then we could still speak with Dad.
Man, how funny would it be if somebody kept trying to kill themselves over and over? So you kept using high-level resurrection spells, and then when you
Looking back,
finally...
like, do you have any more of those in your mouth? Well, can you cooperate now?
Oh man, that's scary. The completely like benevolent party who then will also like keep resurrecting an enemy and then killing them again, just like once a day.
All you have to do is give us our answers, man. The pain ends. We can either let you go or leave you dead, but at least we don't kill you over and over.
Actually, what we should do is we should just remove his teeth.
I think I'm going to come up with some mechanic where every time you resurrect them, that more of their memory is gone.
We're just remove his teeth.
Well, now
That's
if you go
so
back
fun.
to the earlier editions, you could only be one. You had to have there was a chance you did not resurrect because of your constitution being too low. You also, I believe, it's been a long time and I've slept since then, but I believe you could only be resurrected a number of times equal to your con or con mod, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's got to be mod. It's like if I've got a con of 13, if I can be resurrected 13 times, that's a bit broken.
Well, I suppose he solved the problem for us. Not what I was hoping for.
Well, hang on. We can still get information from him. He just said the 5. Does that mean anything to you, Captain?
5 what?
It sounded like maybe an organization or something called the 5. He may just been referencing 5 of his buddies.
Maybe. Yeah, is Flint there? Garrett?
Yep.
Yeah, Flint. Would you be willing to cure him so we can ask him more questions, or should we let him die?
He's dead.
Oh, he's dying of poison.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah,
Think
no.
maybe we can just
his-
ask Eric what's going on here. He seems a little more
We do have a second person, guys.
open.
Yeah, I don't think Derek knows. I mean, this is my opinion. Maybe he knows something. Hey, Derek, do
tell
you
us
know
everything,
anything?
Yeah.
Moving on.
So he's like slumped down and like he's got his back to the case and just hands like out over his knees and looking down at his lap, and he's just like, freaking slave traders. That's all they are. That's all I'm trying to stop, all right?
Two
That
slave
didn't answer any
traders.
of our questions.
Wait, it's
bro.
yeah. Wait, hang on. Are the 5 slave traders? Or are you talking about somebody entirely different?
You talking about the captain? I just kind of turn and look at the captain and try to see for a reaction.
She's like pinching the bridge of her nose. Derek, we took a chance with you. You were new. You had that look in your eye. There's a bigger picture here. We move cargo. That's all we do. We don't ask what's in it. We make our earning, moving things from place to place. You go snooping around. That's not your job. It's not any of y'all's job here. We're just moving cargo.
But that cargo could be like other living folks, right?
They're boxes. We move boxes from place to
But
place, and
the
you get
things in
paid
the
protecting the
boxes.
boxes. Art could be fruit, could be arms, could be timber. Don't right care.
So you never know
World's big
what's
place.
actually in the box, or you know and you just kind of don't care. I mean, like, what if something's like knocking on the box saying, help, help, let me out? You're just like, oh, it's a weird box making noise.
Gotta put my earplugs in.
Do you hear anyone knocking on the boxes?
I'm not talking specifically about these. I'm assuming he's referencing something in the past.
If you wanted to pull a really funny prank right now, we do have those boxes animated.
Yeah, how long does that last?
Oh my
Long
god.
enough.
I'm looking. Nope, up to a minute.
When he says knock on the boxes, I'll knock on this block right next to me. Hello, is anyone in there?
No answer, but you like what you do notice. Actually, give me an investigation check real quick.
Oh shit, I was doing this as a joke. All right, investigation +0 because Will is not smart.
It's like you have a -1. You're average.
That's true. I am average.
You go to beat your hand on the box, and you can see like where Derek had broken through the outer paneling. It's you can't see a lot on the inside. He didn't get very far before Blaskin showed up, but there's just like this glinting edge of like a metal structure. Just like it looks like it runs lengthwise away from you down the length of the box, but you can only see like about a foot and a half of kind of lit, like edged metal, some rivets potentially.
Yeah, doesn't appear to be anyone living in this one.
So, Derek, you're worried about trafficking of other living creatures and stuff. So, he said, "Didn't anything living in there? Why are you trying to get in that box?"
Look, it's all the boxes. All right. They at that point, he just kind of seizes up.
I look at the captain and the first
he's
mate,
held
see
in place.
if they're doing anything.
Give me. What would you? Hold on one second. I just gotta check. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, roll a... You can do investigation or arcana.
They're both the same, but I figure it's some spell, so I'll do arcana.
Poe is holding the kind of concentrated somatic element in his left hand.
Oh, does it need to do that? I mean, it makes you look a little guilty. You're trying to shut him up what he's about to say or something. I mean, not saying you're doing anything wrong, but doing some questioning and all. Why don't you want the man speaking?
Listen, the captain said your job was to protect the ship.
Yeah,
and ask
knowing
no questions.
knowledge and stuff, and why he's wanting to do this is part of that job. What if he's got other accomplices? We know the motives, we know what they're looking for and why they're doing it. It helps us protect it a little bit better.
Listen, y'all shut this down, all right? It's done. I would appreciate no more questions on the matter. We can handle Derek. Y'all just make sure we get there safely. That's your deal. That's how you get that portal you've been asking for. Do we have an accord? Is there a problem here?
We're just trying to do our job. Like I say, the more knowledge we have, the better we can protect things. Also, you might get attacked again later on if he's got accomplices and they're looking for something. That's all we're trying to do.
Lucky, see, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Or deception. I don't know what you're up to, but...
A question for you, Brandon.
For me or for the captain?
For you. This is not related to the captain.
Okay.
So the port that we came from is a port connected directly to Sigil, right?
Yes.
Like all the cargo is coming out of Sigil? Or could it be coming from other places?
It is not necessarily coming from Sigil. This is just a the doorway into the trading company is from Sigil, and there are many portals in the plane of air that connect to other places. This just happens to be, since they had a portal to Sigil, this was a great spot to build the business.
Got it. And we don't know, do we know or do we not know what the legality of this supposed slave trade is?
Who said slave trade?
Well, he said that they were trading humans. He said, well, Derek's the one that said slaves.
He's probably on drugs.
That's why he seized up. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I would like, that's a good point, Blaskin. Or actually, Scott. All right. Will stops thinking in his head that he's talking to other people. He stops his in-head fourth wall break now.
So
yeah, this is...
Hold on. So Lucky, why'd you roll twice? Oh, sorry, that was your old Arcana check. No, never mind. I was just the chat had 2 rolls from you because you're the only person that had rolled for a couple of ways. She like turns to you specifically. There's like this brief moment where like she almost gives you like her expression changes to like a little sad or trying to think of the word, understanding maybe, but you see her hand just try to emphasize like just drop it. Look, I get what you're after. I think you've done enough. The ship is safe. The interloper who caused the issue got them knocked down. No longer a threat. Keep him in the brig. We can search him before he goes in there. No more surprises. And in the meantime, we got y'all to keep watch if any additional people try to show up.
All right.
But I would appreciate if you stuck to the contract, kept the ship safe, and leave the business of trade to myself and the crew.
Kind of look at the others like, well, we do have a job to do, and sometimes life ain't fair.
I know they're marked Master Thief, but that was one of the ship hands. Goes and like binds Derek's hands, pulls him up and starts dragging him off. And before he leaves with them, Derek just looks back to Flint and Will, and he's like, "Just check the boxes. Trust me, there's something wrong here." And
I roll a medicine check to see if I think that he's on drugs.
Sure, roll a medicine check. Have you interacted with people who have been on drugs?
Listen, I've been out in the wilds. I've spent a lot of time in the wilds. I've met some crazy people.
You roll a 20 on your check. It's negative because he's mentally ill, and no, he's not on medication.
Best you could tell, he's been having a rough go of life. Looks mean, hey, you rolled a 17. Looks a bit dehydrated. He probably needs more sleep, and he's a bit sallow. He's probably not getting enough iron and fruit, but no sense of like crazy drug-addled mental chaos. It just looks broken at this point. He is swiftly carted out by the deckhand and the captain and Poe quickly follow suit.
Before he gets carted out, I just want to gently tap him on the shoulder. There. You'll get the help you need one day.
He looks confused and is carried out. But yeah, there are several bodies still on the floor, including the drow who offed themselves. I think you guys took care of the rest of them. And the initially knocked out guard is just at the door, keeping watch after everybody else left, kind of expectantly keeping an eye on you, but they aren't making any motions or forcing you out of the room quite yet.
I'll leave. I'll walk out.
Yep, time for bed. Time to go back to bed, I should say.
Time to skedaddle.
Let's hope tomorrow isn't quite so eventful.
Is there like an empty part of the ship that I can slink off to?
There are various corners that. So one of the aft cargo holds is only partially full, but you probably don't have access to that door. Come to think of it, I would say the rear deck where the gun emplacements were. There usually aren't many people up there in the evening, except for like. Actually, you guys are on watch as part of the defense, so if you wanted to take a shift somewhere, you could probably have space to yourself.
A better question would be, is there a place on the ship that it doesn't seem like any of the crew members seem to go as often as other places?
Like,
I mean, you've got
a closet that nobody goes to or something. Not a literal janitor's closet, just something.
You've got your quarters, and then there's like an extra storage room that just doesn't seem to be used on this journey. It's like a 4x8 space that probably houses materials at some point, but not on this
not on
leg.
This. Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna keep that info in my back pocket.
Right. Is anybody looting, or are you all just kind of leaving it as is?
Well, does there look to be anything at a glance of value?
I mean, they're bodies at a glance.
Well, yeah, but you said like, there's a
Construction.
super shiny sword laying there beside him, kind of thing.
No, I mean they just had like standard gear as far as like okay.
The
they've
drow,
got,
I'll rifle his pockets. He could have maybe some correspondence or something on him that gives us a clue to something.
Give him a once over.
There were several drow in the group.
Which one looked like the more leader
to be.
type? Was it the one we were talking to, or did there appear to be any kind of designation of a leader or in charge or something?
I mean, most of you guys showed up like into the combat, so it would be hard to see if there were any orders being given. But when you were here,
all of them. Check all their pockets.
Yeah, they all seemed to be about the same. Not a whole lot on their persons, but you do notice that every single one of them has a single silver trade bar in their pocket, stamped with a Roman numeral 1 at the end.
Do we have any idea what that means?
I'm
what
trying
a
to
trade bar would
remember.
be for.
So there,
Don't we have one of or something? Didn't we get one
you
somewhere?
you had one a long time ago, and then I think Will sold it. But for the sake of not making you roll history checks to remember stuff that happened in the game, somebody pickpocketed one off of a.
I think it was me.
All I know is that I made a note a long time ago that it actually got sold in a town somewhere. Like you traded it away.
Good job, Will.
But it was.
I mean, hey, we needed money, didn't we? We needed it for some. We needed it. For
We were
something.
young and needed the money.
I don't remember what it was for.
It is similar in nature to the one that you pickpocketed off of the guy who was asking a whole bunch of questions in Haversham's a long time ago. Except they had a different numeral on the. I think the one that you picked up was a Roman numeral 5.
Hey, thank you for the raid. Hope y'all had a great game.
Oh no, internet raid. So yeah, this is reminiscent of that same item from the other kind of mysterious fellow. And I think there had. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to finish that thought. I don't think that's common knowledge.
Might as well gather them up and they could be useful or something.
Sure.
But nothing else of interest or value?
No, some standard scimitar and hand crossbows. There's 3 across the rest of them. There were 3 crossbow darts of poison. Otherwise, it was just standard ammo, and one of the hand crossbows had broken in the fight. So, if you want the combat items, you can add those.
Yeah, I'm not interested in those. I figure Will would want the hand crossbows.
I'll take them.
Sure, you can add 2 hand crossbows and 27 darts plus 3 darts of poison.
Yes.
Yeah, Derek has been carted off to the brig. You guys have rifled through the contents of the bodies. Is there anything else you want to do in the space, or is everybody just like heading back to finish their rest?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Time to go back to sleep.
Somebody's got to have it on, be on watch.
Blaskin was on his watch. I forget who was. Was it Blaskin and Wivash that were up in the crow's nest?
It were me.
It was Flame because I asked him if he wanted to meet my dogs. I specifically remember it because of that.
Okay, so if you guys are heading back for the rest of your watch, that's going to go uneventful, and then there would need to be one more crew, and then you would finish the eve. So was anyone else who wanted to do the third round?
Wavash will do the third round.
I guess we'll do the third round as well.
Fair enough.
Can finish our card
you
game.
Guys
with half your cards being eaten.
So you guys can roll a. You could roll separate perception checks, or one of you can roll with advantage for your watch.
I have a +5 to perception. What do you have, Wivash?
I have a +4 to perception.
Should I take the advantage then?
Yeah, I guess take the advantage.
Okay. The the rest of the watch goes uneventful. The one thing that you can pick up is that there seems to be some rattling below decks as somebody is just like dragging a cup across some iron bars back and forth. Otherwise, it's an uneventful end of watch. The sky starts to lighten up, and dawn comes across the deck. Unless there's anything anybody wanted to do during the evening.
She said that we were getting pretty close to our destination, right? Do we have a
Yes.
like a semi-accurate time frame on how long it's going to take us after this dawn?
You guys should be arriving there the coming day. Like she figured it was most of the evening to finish the journey. So it should be like a morning arrival.
Okay. After my watch, then I want to go down to that storage room.
The one that isn't being used?
Yeah.
Sure. And
I'm not really comfortable with what these people are doing, so I'm going to do a little bit of a funny thing.
Do it.
okay.
I'm going to take out the evil black mold. I'm going to scrape half of it off in this room, and then cast plant growth on it, and then walk out.
That's dirty.
Oh.
And in no way come back to bite us in the ass.
This won't come back to bite us in the ass.
Spoiler alert. It did.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you could just change into a mouse with your like animal form and come back in here and look through the cotton.
Are you in the storage closet, Lucky? Is this where you're sleeping?
Lucky's always with us wherever we go.
You don't know where.
He's just a figment of everyone's imagination, so he's always there. Group hallucination. Okay.
God, that gives me a great character concept.
When you go to open the container for the mold, it's actually like it's crept up the sides of the glass cloche itself and is starting to creep around the edge of the seal. So it's a bit of it is making its way out.
That's the part I'll scrape off into this room then.
Okay.
I knew it would come in handy one day. Quote unquote handy.
Handy. The plant growth. Let me. There it is. Thick and overgrown.
I'm not trying to it's just a little bit of mold, so I don't think it would become thick and overgrown. I'm really just giving it a huge head start.
Yeah, so you scrape it off in the corner, and then when you stand back and you cast plant growth into that target, it's almost like the visible light in the room draws down a bit, and there's a quick flash, and what was a small scraping in the corner spider webs out across the ceiling and across the wall to your left, and it almost looks like veins.
Perfect. Okay.
And that's it. That's all you.
Yep. I walk out and I continue upon with my day.
Alrighty.
DM furiously scribbling notes.
This is probably the single most petty evil action that Blaskin has done, and probably in his entire life. Scrape off some evil mode, give it a plant growth, walk away.
Ooh. Yeah, hold on. I want to make sure I don't lose that. I don't think I would forget it, but I gotta make sure.
I guess at this point I could turn into a mouse or something very small and go check out the boxes too.
Okay, one sec. I'm still calling it the janitor's closet. Sorry, nobody can see this, but I'm writing it down with a pen. Okay, good. So you shapeshift and you're heading back to the cargo room that you all were in to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay. You've made it back. The guard has... Well, that's a horrible roll. No, the guy who was watching the door looks like he's fallen back asleep, and you're able to make your way in because the door was broken.
He's thinking surely they wouldn't come back in here after what happened. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna rest my eyes.
Absolutely.
Take a look around in all these semi-open boxes.
So there's only one that's been broken into. The rest are still nailed shut, but they're all similar structure.
Well, there's also one or two that I animated that were almost destroyed in the process.
Oh, yeah.
They got attacked.
Those are, yes, those were the smaller crates, and one of them has like a set of bolts for the bolt throwers that were up on deck, and the other one looks like it's got bolts of fabric, like some additional like sail material. But then there's the one that was, partially broken into by Derek. If you're looking in that one, do you have dark vision in animal form?
I have whatever a mouse has.
If he changes to an animal that has dark vision, yes.
Let me check. Yes, I have dark vision 30 feet.
Okay. So you can see the general shape of what's filling the box itself is kind of a weird, like, triangular pyramid of three individual objects. These are like some kind of steel, and they have a coffin shape to them. There's a pair of gems that sit at the head of each of the three. So there's like one on top and two kind of below it supporting it on the side. There's a truss in the middle that they're all attached to. And then there's like a fogged glass viewport kind of toward the head of the coffins. There's just a little bit of glow from the inside, and you can see that there's like a human male in the top metal coffin.
Like suspended animation. Okay, that's what the coffins are.
Yep. And then the only other thing that you notice is along the side of each one, there's definitely a seam for the coffin lid itself, but there's a kind of intricate locking mechanism that's got a keyhole that looks like three different points of insertion. So it's some kind of complicated key mechanism.
Okay. All right, I leave.
Cool.
And I go back to whatever I was doing. I'm hoping that they will be appropriately punished by my evil mold at some point in the future.
Anybody else? Any druthers over the evening, or Will and Wivash on your watch?
Man, today was weird, wasn't it?
I mean, how so? We were we were hired to we were hired to protect their ship, and we protected their ship. Do you think the Swabi was right? Are they trafficking humans?
I'll tell you what, I don't know if they're trafficking humans or not, but I'll tell you what, they're definitely not trafficking. Enough cards. I swear I had a full deck.
Wavash holds up like a card and there's a very noticeable bite taken out of it.
Why are you eating my cards?
It wasn't me.
Who else would it have been?
Wavash holds the card up to his open mouth, demonstrating that his mouth is way too big to have taken a small bite out of a playing card.
Yeah, but are you sure you didn't just take like a tiny nibble? Like you didn't use just one thing?
No, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Well, so I guess if you don't have any more queens, does that mean that can I just put a book down of 2 queens?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. And, we will continue our game of Go Fish.
It goes from "Do you have any 2s" to "Does the ship have any 2s?" Oh my god. Okay. So you finish your watch, struggling through a game of Go Fish with the lack of cardage. The sky lights up with the morning, and with the rest of the ship starting to wake up, people moving about decks. There's breakfast ready in the galley from Gilly. And before long, hold on. I lost the page over here. After a couple hours of daylight, you guys break through kind of a thick cloud bank, and you find yourselves overlooking a massive, floating, sprawling city. It's full of like tall, reaching spires. There's tightly packed streets, and then among them are some broad, open plazas with like golden statuary and these big flowing fountains. So you can see the light glinting off the water from where you're at. It kind of resembles like a 5-petaled gold and tan like hibiscus flower in shape. But very quickly, as you break into this airspace, you're quickly flanked by several flat barge-looking ships, similar to the one that you thought was Skyrit's earlier. And they've got multiple ballista like along the sides that are just kind of lazily trained on the Thunderscalper itself. But they have the same colors, the deep green of. Well, no, that was another trade line. So this matches more of like the cerulean blue that you see on some of the minarets throughout the city itself.
Warm welcome.
I mean, when I say lazily trained, it's you get the vibe that this is,
Standard procedure.
nobody's about to shoot you down. This is like they're just following you in. There seems to be like just okay. They're matching, and there's a bit of direction from some of the there's some like distant shouts from some of the people. If you take a closer look, they're mostly Jinn on the ship itself, and the deckhand that's currently steering the ship is like making some hand signals off to the others. So it feels like this is like the standard welcoming committee, more or less. So you guys are guided in slowly under the main level of the city. So you I don't know how you'd put it. Like for a floating city, you've got the main level, and then there's some cupolas underneath. So you're kind of under some of the structure, but this seems to be where there's a bunch of these peppering the round underside of the city's main disk. You notice as the ship glides into more of a specific port or berth, there's like arcane blue torchlight that's bathing the area. And as the ship comes into your specific port, There's two wooden piers that reach up from like a stone dry dock floor, and they're roughly the size of the Thunder Scalper's width itself. There's a series of djinn hovering above the pier, some with like some heat waves on them in orange coloration, others that are a deeper blue. But the ship is kind of quickly brought into dock. Once you nestle down into the dock itself, there's like a constant hum that has been running through the ship starts to quiet, and you see just some of the light from that central stone in the middle of the ship fade. It goes a bit dim, and the whole ship kind of rests down onto the dry dock braces, and you guys are no longer floating. You are now like locked in to the city itself. And quickly the deckhands start to scatter about, and there's the cargo like winch is rotated around. The big cargo bay doors on the deck are opened, and the boxes are starting to be loaded onto waiting carts.
Are there any symbols on the carts, or anyone here wearing any kind of company logo?
The various bodies moving around from the city itself that are receiving these, the carts don't have any logos, but their body armor is emblazoned in the center with like it's like a fleur-de-lis symbol with additional spikes in the back. And that seems to be the same on the torso of everybody who's like rapidly, loading these.
Okay. I'm gonna commit that symbol to memory.
If you roll me give me a quick perception check.
Okay.
For the dock area in general.
16.
Okay, so you do notice that isn't on everyone's apparel. It's on the people that are working with the cargo, but there's other djinn, kind of more just general guard types that don't have a specific symbol on them at all.
Are they taking the boxes away?
No, they're not involved with the cargo. They're like back towards. So where you guys have come in is like the dry dock from the outside, and then there is a clear like entrance to the city proper, up a ramp, and they're just guarding up at the entrance.
Okay.
So I guess your takeaway is that the symbol that you see on the people at the dock, that's not like universal, because some people don't have that.
Okay, I feel like you gave me too much information now.
Not really.
I guess I'm expecting this to be like a huge trade dock with many different companies here.
You guys are in one dock. You saw that there were a lot of different ports around the city. You were just guided into one.
Okay.
Guess I'm
I
lost.
don't know. I feel like you're throwing a couple red herrings at me at once to try and throw me off or something. Is that the intention?
No.
Okay. I don't understand the importance of the guys with no symbol then.
Sorry, that was the takeaway, that there's a specific vibe to the people collecting the stuff from the ship that is not universal to the city. You see that there's other flavors of gear and garb.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted.
Quick question for you, Brandon.
Yeah.
The guys that are here collecting the cargo and the city itself, is this a city with, does it have like a wall around it? Is it just a lot of tall buildings or small buildings?
There's like there's a wall that you saw along the edge, but that's more because it's a floating landmass, so it's safer if there's a bit of a wall at the edge.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're only getting to it by some means of flight or ship or magic.
Hey,
Okay.
God.
It's up in the middle of the plane of air, so.
Would you say we've long rested?
Yes.
So I can get my spell slots back. All right.
Yes. Sorry. There's a button I can hit for that, right? Is it
Yeah, there's a
combat tracker?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I like those numbers.
Ooh, a
Those are
crit
like-
fail.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, those are like literally some of the best portents.
Oh,
you
there
can
we go.
get.
Long
If
rest.
the other one was a 20, we don't think it would be better.
In
Good
that
lord.
case, I'll kind of lean into the group and whisper to everybody, "Hey, so how much do we care about where all that cargo goes and like what's inside it? Do we want to investigate that anymore? Or do we want to let it go?"
I'd like to try and free slaves if we can.
Well, that's assuming that there's actually slaves and the boy wasn't brainwashed or something. At the same
Oh,
time,
I can definitely
it's a
confirm
whole
that
new
there-
world we could find ourselves in, and we've already got other stuff we're doing. So I mean,
I can definitely confirm there's people inside of it. I may have done a little.
you
a
actually
little
saw people?
sleuthing.
Did you talk to them?
No, they're in some kind of sleep mode.
You guys have to remember, we're doing this to get the portal, right? I think if we piss off the ship too much, we're maybe not gonna get that.
I think they're already off the ship, right? Like where they were being unloaded.
Yeah, but like I said, we're also stepping into a world of a whole lot of the deeper stuff that I'm all fine for helping people out if they're innocent and all. But that's going to take us way off the beaten path and mix us up into some stuff that's probably not going to be too safe.
Laskin, didn't I ask you that we should look into something like this last night?
And then I did.
No, you told me we should just ignore it and do whatever we were doing.
At the time, I believe I said it was because we had no reason to look into it.
I had a reason to look into it because I knew she was holding back, and I told you that.
And then I confirmed it.
For situational context, y'all are still on the ship. You've just been, those of you that are up on deck are watching the unloading happen.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to just know where it was going, even if we choose to not do anything about it, right?
How do I reply to just you, Will? Is it /W?
You can /R, or if you go to the character portrait up at the top, you can right click and it should give you a reply or whisper option.
Ah, cool.
I always try to keep communications in Discord just for those when you forget or type it wrong and then it pops up and everybody reads it.
You know,
I think this will work.
I'd imagine there's some kind of manifest, even if it's not written in a way for us to understand. A log somewhere.
We're gonna be here for a little bit, right? Like our plan was we were gonna guard this ship. Are we going
Gotta
straight
offload
back?
the cargo.
Yeah, but are we going straight back?
Well, I mean, imagine that when we get the portal, we're sort of taking it.
Yeah, but isn't the portal back in Sigil? Isn't that what they said? We get access to the portal?
So the deal was from the main person there at the Thriftwind Mercantile, that they would give you knowledge of a portal and the port key within Sigil to reach the somewhere near Ribcage, which is where you know Felix is being held.
Okay.
So you need to make your way back to Sigil to make use of the knowledge.
And I'm assuming we need to take this ship back to Sigil, right?
That was the intent.
Okay.
I've completely misunderstood the scenario for like 2 months then.
Well, to be fair, one of those months nothing was happening, so you really only misunderstood it for 1 month.
Do we know how long we're going to be here? Are we going to? Is there going to be some shore leave?
You're welcome to ask.
Yeah, I'll ask. Is Poe around?
Yeah, you can find him. He's at the foredeck, kind of just lazily monitoring the unloading of the cargo. There's the quartermaster's actually busy conducting that directly, so he's just kind of managerially observing.
Morning, Poe.
Will, how are you?
I slept a lot better after all that ruckus last night.
Good exercise, I believe.
Very good, very good.
It's nice to see you standing, the right way up.
Sometimes I have no choice. Say, are we going to be in port for a while? Like, can we get off and have some shore leave, or are we going to be packing up and turning right back around?
You got a day. We got to restock supplies, some food. There's some good spices here, so bring some of that back. See if we can't acquire a bit of, return cargo that they might want back in Breezeholm, or another leg forward from there. So, it's a beautiful city. Just make sure you don't run afoul of the law. The Jinn, they tolerate the other species, but they like their laws.
Well, thank you for the heads up, and I guess I will see you. I guess I'll see you when I get back. Gonna go check out this beautiful city.
Yeah, just don't miss cast off. We probably here for about 8 hours or so. And if you did your part of the job. We got the cargo where we needed to go, but you're not going to get paid very well if you don't come back.
Try to make it quick.
That. Yep. Go get some spices, maybe some apples.
Oh yeah, iced apples.
Actually, is there any land here I could grow some?
Well, all you've seen so far is a stone enclosure of the dry dock, but as part of the whisper I was sending to Will, you can see through the main access gate, there is quite a bustling plaza outside leading into the main city.
Well, I guess we could just go shopping for a while.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do some shopping. Get some souvenirs to take back with us. And I will where's Apples, by the way? Not the food, the owl.
He usually hangs out near you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll hold my arm out so Apples can come hang out with sit on my arm.
He hangs out with you except for that one time where you were falling to your death and he just kind of shrugged.
Yeah, he kind of just flew in circles around me. Let's go Apples. Let's go have some fun. I will see you all when I see you. I'm gonna oh man, I really gotta use the bathroom. And I will dash off to the city.
Are you trying to run off solo, or are you bringing the crew with you?
I was gonna just take Apples with me.
Okay.
I thought we were just doing shopping. I didn't think we needed to like split up or like group up.
No, I mean that's fair. I just want to make sure as far as keeping track. So Will is already, heading off the ship and out into the city. Everybody else?
I would love to see about these spices that he mentioned.
Sure.
Yeah, food's involved. I'm gonna probably be with Gumbo. And I'll be looking for local sausages also.
Right on.
Flint, Wyvosh, what do you guys want to do?
Checking my money situation.
Did you also forget your wallet?
We're not getting
That's-
another one.
That's requisite for new members.
I hold up my wallet, has a bite taken out of it. When did that get there?
Not again.
I mean, it's a new city. Make a tour of the shops and maybe do some sightseeing. Unless either of you two have anything important you want to do.
Not anymore.
He's done his cultivating for the day.
Not particularly.
All right, I guess we'll head into the city and try and find some cool stuff. Some tchotchkes.
Perfect.
All right, somebody keeps direct whispering me, and I have to look over at the other screen.
Whoops, didn't mean to put that there.
Oh, definitely not up to anything nefarious with a 47 stealth check.
That's not even what I asked you to roll either.
Oh, what did you tell me to roll?
I replied to you.
Oh, I'm stupid. Wrong S.
Trust me, guys. He's not hiding from anything.
If I was hiding from anything, though, I would be doing a really good job.
Go ahead and take off that. Well, no, I mean, I guess that's up to you.
I have two.
Okay.
Hang on,
Will is off on some random task, which is definitely not clandestine. The rest of you are, so is everybody heading off the ship, or is anybody staying?
I mean, I guess I could stay.
It's up to you. I'm not
Somebody
like.
should probably make sure this thing doesn't burn down or something.
Definitely.
You say they had unloaded this cargo here already?
It's still being unloaded.
Okay.
So they've taken a couple. So there's a couple carts already heading off, and then there's still some bodies handling other boxes that are being pulled off.
I'm sending a mental message to my familiar, and Will, for whatever reason, Apples just flies away across the city, and I'm gonna have him track where those boxes go. And after they reach their destination, come back and basically kind of report to me. Because I'll lose communication after like 100 foot.
Sure. Okay, so you've got Apples trying to track some of the boxes. Give me a survival check for Apples. For tracking.
I used to have an Apples button.
I wish I had an Apple button.
No, that used to have a
Will's
character
favorite
card
part.
for him.
Too.
I do
Beep
not have
Apples.
Yeah, I do not have a character card for him anymore. I don't know if that was from
shoot.
an update.
I mean, all of the creatures I used to be able to wild shape into are broken.
Oh, didn't they say something about the cohorts being broken?
Well, cohorts is an extension.
Are there modules that aren't loaded? I think Nick was saying that like he had to reload some modules when he came back in.
I mean, I haven't had Bear or like Hawk on there in like a year and a half.
Well, this used to be like in my hotbar, and it's not there.
Oh, weird. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I still have my hotbar stuff.
Say because I have DMG.
So if you click his shield in the combat tracker, you at least get his stats.
See,
Survival is wisdom, so it's D20
yeah, I
plus
can't
1 for
access
apples.
from the combat tracker.
Wait, mental? No, it's your familiar. You're not in an animal shape. So it's a D20 plus 1 for survival.
Yeah, 20.
Dirty 20 from the familiar. Got it. All right. So y'all disperse. Let's see. Lucky and Gumbo are heading out to investigate food and spices. Will, you're doing a thing. Apples is trying to track the cargo. Flint, you're chilling on the ship. Blaskin and Wavosh?
We're browsing.
Just general, like, checking out the shops right there in the plaza.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll want to start at the plaza and then maybe go try and find a weapon shop, see if there's any cool weapons.
Okay. Cool. I need to take a bio break, so y'all chill for a minute, or if anybody else needs to take a break, I will be back in a couple minutes.
Beans.
I can't wait to have to fight a horrific fungus monster on our way
I-
back.
I know,
literally-
right?
While we're
literally
being
didn't realize that we were taking the same shit back. I thought the portal was going to be here because I thought to myself, like, what are we possibly going to do on the way back? Wait.
So we're gonna have to fight that. Then we're gonna be attacked by other drow, and they're probably not slavers. Those are probably transporting like vampires. And then we're gonna have to fight the undead as well.
We're just gonna fight everybody.
But hey, if we win, maybe we can commandeer the ship and then we have a cool sky ship?
Yeah.
Full of fungus.
No, we'll have killed the fungus.
You know how hard that is to get out of wood?
That was the point. I've essentially made it impossible to get rid of. It's something they're either going to have to buy a new ship and get rid of this one,
You
or they'll
burn
have to
it.
deal with it all, like, for the rest of this ship's lifespan.
What if it's not even like nefarious? What if this is just how people get around on this plane? Like they go to sleep in a box for a while.
Then maybe they should have given us that information instead of making it really suspicious.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been. They wouldn't have had a problem telling us that if that were the case.
What if the people didn't, want it to be known?
Then they can deal with this mold themselves.
Or the
anyway.
captain's right is like, look, we don't ask questions, we just transport shit. I don't want to know. Don't care. I just want to get paid.
Well, it's too bad for them now.
I think the mold was a little unnecessarily cruel, especially for Blaskin.
I mean, it's not that bad. We had to fight. It's not going to turn into a
Yet.
giant skull boss like it did to us.
You don't know that.
The ship will probably be destroyed first.
With us on it?
Probably
What's going
not
to
that
happen is
bad.
it's going to grow by whatever organic shit it can consume, and it's got this whole wooden ship to consume and become a giant monster.
The wood's treated. It's mold resistant.
Is it magic mold resistant?
It's mold
Probably.
resistant, and they say
Is it
your
evil
plan ain't
magic
going to
mold
work.
resistant? Quick, someone cast protection from evil and good on the ship.
Sucks when it's
I mean,
just
if
a
we're-
neutral creature.
It's a lawful neutral mold.
What laws does it obey? The natural ones.
So how's the Shadowrun game going?
Motherfuckers keep kidnapping security personnel.
We haven't done that in a couple of days.
Is it yesterday? No, I guess it would have been. It's probably been about 36 hours since the last time they kidnapped a security personnel.
Part of the job.
Well, we're not real Shadowrunners in this game. I actually kind of dislike the way that Shadowrun does Shadowrunners in general, because it basically like, they tell you, everyone will tell you, it's like, oh yeah, you're part of like a Shadowrun group. If you play Shadowrun right, none of you know each other's name, and it's really boring. Like, none of you will spend time together outside of a Shadowrun, and it's so if you're playing the game the way it is described, not necessarily intended, you end up with a group that does nothing together. So that's why my game is about gangs. Because why would you invite the extra risk of going out to have a drink with your fellow Shadowrunners? That's objectively a terrible thing to do. So I kind of run it a little differently, because I just don't like that. They have had one thing that was kind of a legit Shadowrun when they killed the leader of the Disassemblers. They pumped him full of memory drugs, and well, when you have a little too many of those, it hurts you instead of helps you. So they got to fight him with less reaction and stuff. Man, you guys were like, I like that boss fight was really well balanced. You guys were literally like a couple of good or bad dice rolls away from getting just trounced. And then Garrett wore some trash can armor, unplugged a man from the Matrix, and then strangled him with his own deck cord.
He was breaking people's shit.
Has anyone accidentally killed someone when they were trying to capture because they fucking glitched their roll?
Not yet. I can't believe you unplugged him.
I knew what I was doing.
It's just personal at that point. He wasn't being personal to you. He was just doing his job. Yeah, Jack. So Garrett got his deck bricked. So he tracked down the guy that bricked his deck in the same building, unplugged him from the Matrix by pulling the cord out of his data jack, and then strangled him with his cyber deck cord.
That's pretty metal, Garrett. I gotta give you some respect for that one.
Thank you. Finally. Jesus.
I like the way that somebody else described it. It was like, that's like getting beat in a video game, so you track him down to his house and beat him up.
I mean, you could have just swatted him, but you wanted to do it yourself, you sick freak.
It's the fact that you unplugged him. That's what gets me. You could have just killed him. You could have just shot him in the head and been done with it. But no, you wanted him to know it was you.
Listen, honestly, I unplugged him because in my mind it was like, well, I'd rather not risk him shooting off another spike into somebody's gun or eyes or balls or something.
And I know this will do like 6 stun damage and give him a migraine, so he'll be nice and weak. So he just yanked the cord out of his neck, which causes 6 stun damage and dump shock.
So I apologize. I think I need to call it here right before you guys go into the city. I noticed some emails came in when I took the break that I have to handle tonight, and I don't want to go into more of it on stream. But
okay.
I'm gonna have to. I know I can't run next weekend, but we can pick up here in the city 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then we will call it short tonight, and I will try to see if I can get something for a one-shot for next weekend then. So we can all do something instead of just nothing. Thank you for everybody
we
who
know
hung
ahead
out
of
with
time.
us. Yeah, thanks for everyone who hung out. Appreciate it. Thank you for the raid, the follows. I will find someone to raid if you hang on through the credits here, and hope to see you next weekend. And I'm not sure if there's a Savage Sunday game tomorrow or not yet. If so, that will be around 8:30 Central, and then 11 to midnight Central on Tuesday. Otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Night.
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Right.
Good night, everybody.